All right. You believe Adam and Eve were the first two people on Earth?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Well, that is a direct contradiction to this point. Evolution is fact. Do you believe in evolution?
Yeah, sure. Depends on what kind of evolution you're talking about.
Well, you can't believe Adam and Eve are the first two humans and believe evolution is true.
Why not?
Okay, so I first have to explain kind of how the human race comes about. So maybe 200,000, 300,000 years ago, we have a species like Neanderthals or Homo erectus. And at that time, there must have been some selection criteria to evolve our brains because intelligence was becoming a criteria in surviving. Those that survived tended to be more intelligent. And if you survived, it meant you could reproduce. And if you reproduce, you pass on your bigger brain genes. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. And as that happens, eventually there's enough change. Evolution just means change over time. And as time goes on, there's enough change where we can draw a line and say this species from today is much different to the species Neanderthals or Homo erectus or a variety of other Homo species 200,000 years ago, and that's where we draw a line on the new species. But there was never a point where there was the first two Homo sapiens. It was more like there was a population of thousands or hundreds of thousands or of an ancestor species, and then eventually, gradually, they became humans or
Well,
Homo
let me
sapiens.
yeah, well, let me better
There was
explain
never
this.
a first
I,
two humans.
well, I don't believe that. Let me better explain this. I don't believe that Adam and Eve were necessarily had to be the first people created. Other people could have been created, and God could have created them using evolution or however He chose to. What I believe is that Adam and Eve were the first two people mentioned in the Bible, and they were the only two in the garden. We
See,
see
that's
this.
an awfully convenient post hoc rationalization to make once you realize that the Bible got it wrong. Do you know what I mean?